And let's jump into it. So, we get a shot from the view of a raven that is sitting on a tree that is mostly dead. It's staring down at a pillow of smoke coming out of a small chimney. And next to the chimney is a small ramshackle sort of blacksmith. There's no walls. It is mostly a glorified, tent with a forge. And across the street from it, there are large walls that is right next to the governor's place. We hear the sounds of partying and merriment from the other side, but we're concentrating on the methodical and the never-ending hammering. And as the raven flies off and goes past the smoke, we swoop down and we see that there is a small dwarf man. He's over the forge. He has black soot on his face and he's sweating profusely, obviously from a hard day's work. As he's standing there hammering at this short sword, you can describe yourself, Mr. Dorgrim.
Yeah, sure. So have you popped up the picture?
I did.
Okay, thank you. But yeah, so it's like the picture shows. He's got kind of receding hair that goes back. The hairline is back here, and it kind of comes up into a semi-mohawk, thinning hair, and he's got very loose, kind of unbraided beard coming down his face, a lot shorter than you would expect most dwarves to have. And he's bare-chested, barrel-chested, huge arms just covered in these runic tattoos as he's just hammering the shit out of this metal.
Yeah. Yeah, you're hammering, yeah. So he's hammering the shit out of this metal, and we see a man dressed in semi-decent clothing. He looks to be some sort of butler. He is walking up, approaching this small stand. There are a couple guards behind him that are dressed in some just regular guardsmen's clothes. They have big shields and swords, and they're following him out. And he walks very, very sturdily but subtly. He's moving with purpose. He walks up. He has a chain link in his hand, and he walks up and waits for you to notice him, Dorgrim, but you're just busily hammering away.
Yeah.
Yeah, and excuse me, Dorgrim.
Aye, and I'm still fucking checking.
And yeah, you know this man. This is Finson. He comes out and does requests for the governor all the time.
Right. So what will it be this time, Finn? Huh?
Right. Well, the giant Tobtag, he did quite a number on this, and the governor wants it fixed by the end of the day, if that's possible. He's willing to pay handsomely, obviously. And he presents a large lock that obviously is meant for a chain to go around a wrist. It's like old school handcuffs. They have that one bit that's meant for the wrist. It's a giant size one of those.
Damn.
He got a bit angry, and I suggested that it wasn't salvageable, but you know the governor.
I do.
Is there anything you can do for it?
Yeah, and I put my hammer down and I come waltzing over. And I'm guessing when we're talking breakage here,
it's literally been not snapped in half, but bent completely upwards to where it's in an awkward angle. You would need to melt it down and then re-hammer it into position. It would take you quite a bit of time.
That's a refire. Have to straighten out, but doable.
Right. Well, like I said, if you could get it done by the end of the day, the governor would be most appreciative.
Yeah, and I look back and there's like a stack of sort of on one side blades and the other side metal, and I'm like, so these cunts can go get fucked then, I'm assuming.
Well, that's obviously up to your discretion. I know that you're, well, indentured, as it were. Look, if you can get this done by the end of the day, I'll make sure that you're paid handsomely for it, and I'll make sure that the scabs don't get a take of it. I promise.
Right.
He holds out his hand.
Yeah, I'll shake his hand. I'll very roughly sort of grab his hand.
Yeah, and it's met with a very gentle, grab, but sort of like a woman.
Yeah.
But yeah. So you shake it anyway, and he just. I keep telling him that you're worth it inside, and that we should make you a stall in there, but convincing the governor takes time. I know that we all know this.
The governor, what's he like? Is he like racist, or is he?
Governor Lahuzan is a very self-indulgent, gluttonous human being that cares not for anything that doesn't give him pleasure in the moment. And it is a miracle that a man like Finson has been able to work for him so long.
Right, I see. Yeah. Well, I doubt a man such as himself would appreciate the company of a stinky dwarf, but I appreciate it.
You're not that stinky. He just says as he sort of smiles, and it's just we get you to repair a decent amount of things in there, and I'm hoping that'll see reason that it would be best in his best interest to directly employ you, so that the scabs don't have their hands on anything.
Well, I appreciate that, but don't hold any hope.
Yeah, and just as he's saying, like, so the scabs don't have their hands on anything, you start to see a group of scabs approaching. With a couple of them have a handful of short swords, and they're being led by this man. You know this man all too well. This is Ranth. This is your boss. He's the one that directly oversees your operations and tells you what the scabs want of you.
Shit.
And yeah, he's walking up with this man. He's about 30 or so paces off.
Well, better make yourself sparse, lad.
Yeah, he just looks over. Good luck.
I'll give it a good crack.
And come in and have a drink sometime, will you? I'll make sure you get a seat. He gives you a pat on the shoulder.
I'll give him a nod.
Goodbye, Dogran. As he puts his hands behind his back and he makes himself sparse. And he walks by the scabs, and as he's walking by them, a couple of them look at him, and like Ranth just sort of like gives him he kind of rolls his eyes, and one of the guys like just whistles and laughs like he's a lady. But he doesn't pay any attention, and he walks by. The guards sort of keep a decent pace from the scabs, and he shows up. He has about 12 or so guys with him, Ranth. And he goes and just, all right, boys, put them over there. And they start to go, and they start to throw, like I said, short swords and daggers and all of these just absolutely, utterly just, like poor excuses for blades on your counter. And, right, well, I don't think I need to tell you what this is about, do I? Dorgren.
You'd just be repeating yourself at this point.
Aye. Well, we got a handful of recruits. Japanese for them. Do mugging and whatnot. So if you could get us these by the end of the day, that would be fantastic. I have to tell you twice, do I?
Yeah, and I'm just sort of looking at him like, no.
Right. So now, if you don't get it done by the end of the day, well, I don't need to tell you that either, do I? Just looks at you.
I'm looking at him like.
Well, something funny.
No. Yep,
Right.
I'll have it done by the end of the day. Is it pretty?
Of course you will.
You'll have your blades.
Of course you will. Milton, keep an eye on this one, will you? It's not that I don't trust you, dog, I'm just rules is rules. If you would. He just sort of smiles. I'll make sure you get a grog at the end of this if you get it all done for me today. You know how the big guy is, Janjap.
Yeah.
If it was up to me, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, if it was up to me, I don't give a fuck. But get it to me by the end of the day. I'll make sure you get a nail at. You do good work.
Oh, I'm elated to start. as I just sort of sigh and I turn around.
Yeah, exactly. And you start hammering and just
Yeah.
right. Well, you enjoy yourself. I'll be enjoying myself in there. He points towards the governor's place, and we'll see you in a few hours then. Milton, keep an eye on this one, yeah.
Well,
Give him anything. Milton is just a thug.
Okay.
Yeah. Keep an eye on this one, Milton. Make sure he gets anything he needs. Good luck, Dogbran. Wouldn't like to see your head on a pike, not just yet. You're alright.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, he goes and he grabs like the toothpicks in his mouth and just like kind of flicks it, and it lands in your furnace and just burns up, and just, come on, boys. We deserve some, don't we? And yeah, he goes, and Milton is just sort of standing there, like with his arms crossed, just sort of watching you.
Yeah. How big is this dude? Is he like a pup, or is he like a dude? You know.
Milton's he looks like an average sized guy. He doesn't look too strong, but like he seems formidable.
I know what you mean. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. So.
Yeah, he's just standing there. He's not saying anything, just kind of looking at you.
So roughly, how many blades are there?
If you were to try and get these by the end of the day, you would need 3 other smiths. This is a completely unreasonable task to do.
Fantastic.
Yeah. The thing is that you are very skilled and you know what you're doing. You know, because the thing is, you used to end up helping the dwarves that broke their pickaxes in the mines where you came from. So you are good at, you know, kind of doing impossible tasks. But this many blades that are in as poor condition, like I said, these are sad excuses for blades. These are not cream of the crop, but these are old, rusted. You know, so half of them, if you end up trying to bend them back into shape, are just going to break and not be usable anymore. Like it is a fucked situation, and you are expected to do way too many of them for the amount of time that you've been allotted.
Right. So yeah, I'm just sort of like mumbling to myself as I'm going through all of these fucking swords. You know, picking one up and it's like bent, and I'm like, fuck, throw that back. You know, like, pick up a toothpick, like it's the fucking toothpick. Or, you know? Yeah.
You pick up one, and it's a sad excuse for a dagger. It's like a thrusting dagger, but like the tip's broken off of it, so it's dulled at the top.
Yeah, and I say to just sort of, you know, randomly to Milton, this is what your boss arms you with, is it?
Not me. I got these, and he just like he kind of flexes. I don't need one of those.
Right, sure you don't.
Yeah, he's just, what you mean, something like that?
Aye.
Get working, dwarf. Don't make me
What
break
says
your
I
neck.
do mean something by that, huh?
He just kind of looks at you like, well, don't make me tell Ramv that you're angry, like something's wrong. Don't make us come back here and make an example out of you, yeah?
I apologise, I forgot that you're a boss. To come and run and protect you.
You what? He says. Yeah, he's just, you what? I don't need him. He said to report it to him as all. Doing my job, you do yours. Shut the fuck up and do these, yeah? Yeah, as you're kind of snickering and hammering away. What?
Yeah. Yeah, so I get the impression that it kind of pissed him off a little bit, right? But in like a good way, and
that he's a bit simple too, yeah.
Right, yeah, that's all I wanted. So yeah, essentially this neck, wrist or whatever it was for the giant. How long do you think that would take?
All day.
Do you think?
All day. Yeah, it is a giant-sized job. No pun intended.
Right, I will. You know, I'll keep that on the back burner because Vincent won't kill me if I don't do it. So, you know, I'm going to start with some of the blades and just see what I can do.
Yeah, exactly. You start with some of the blades, and as you're starting with some of the blades, a very unexpected, but sort of like it's just sort of a weird party shows up. There is a scrawny elf, a taller, bigger elf, and a tiefling that are approaching you, and the tiefling is holding 2 ends of a cauldron. And they are approaching you. And Jormund, you start walking up, and you see that this is the blacksmith that you knew was in the area. You've never directly had had any business with this guy, but you knew that this was the guy for the task. He's kind of the only like reputable blacksmith in Luminro.
Well then. Oh, by the way, I just realized there's one magic item that we did not have revealed to us, Brennan.
Okay, what was that?
The spear. Or
That's
the
not-
lance.
Oh no, the spear is just a regular spear,
Yeah.
but it's
Oh,
from
okay.
ancient times. It's
Yeah.
a relic.
Okay. Adam, did you want to get that appraised as well?
He would make a point. This can be something we talk about in character.
You could bring that to the blacksmith. Actually, that's another good thing to
Oh
bring.
yeah,
to the blacksmith.
absolutely. Yeah, then Adam would not be helping carry the
It's
cult.
an ancient blade, right?
Adam can't carry shit. He's weak as hell. He'll
So
carry the
Dorman's
spear.
just... You're carrying what?
He's carrying the spear. Hopefully, maybe you can get like one or two of the beggars from the funnel to come help you out with the
I mean, Duff
holding.
can help too, but
Oh, Duff, yeah. Duff can be under it while you're holding him.
yeah.
up.
Duff is awkwardly trying to like hold it. And he's swaying back and forth from different ways. So yeah, you also see a goblin carrying a spear.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
I see the goblin like sort of spit on the floor a bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Master Dwarf, Dorgrim,
Aye.
is it?
That's
Good.
the one.
Yeah. You're like, how did you guess? You look up and it literally just says in crude writing, Dorgrim. So like that's it. Like,
Good. I needed to have you take a look at a few things. We're trying to appraise a few items we've come into possession of.
aye, fuck off, yeah. He's busy.
I apologize. Who do I have the utmost displeasure of addressing?
Me. He just says as once again he just kind of crosses his arms and flexes. You can tell by the tattoo on his neck he's a scab.
I
That's-
see. And
That there's Milton, and I'm afraid, gentlemen, I'm packed up the arse and out the fucking ears with work from these.
what is he gesturing when he says these?
The worst
Milton.
blades you have ever seen in your life.
Oh my! And you can fix these? You are talented. Well,
Right.
tell you what. I'm sorry. I keep forgetting unimportant people. What was your name again?
Important people.
There's a sign right there.
Yeah, no, he just looks at
not you, Dorgrim. You're a respectable man.
Milton.
Milton. Apologies. I'll do my best to keep that in my head as long as it's useful.
Hold that thought. I'm gonna turn around, like just totally interrupting you and then doing nothing, but I'm gonna cast a spell. Just turn around, casting a spell.
Nice.
What is it, Adam?
Conspicuously. Nothing. I'm really not sure why I stopped you. You can continue.
Oh, very well.
I cast mage armor, but that's it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, Milton, I apologize. I did not know that Dorgrim here was preoccupied with an order that you brought to him.
Right, he is.
Pray tell, Dorgrim, when do you think you might be done?
Well, unless you can pull something out of your fancy robes and magically make all this shit fuck off. Tomorrow, if that. Next day.
Adam, you have a thing that gets dirt off of things, don't you?
I do. It's called my hands. Yeah, and I'm gonna go over to the pile of weapons and like. So you
You
just
can
want them
magically
clean, look a bit
forge.
shiny.
And Milton just walks over and and the thing is, Adam, if I may, he's gonna grab you by the scruff of your neck, just your collar, and just
Can you?
yeah.
Can you? Because I would like. Could he make sort of? Could he make an attack roll for that, perhaps?
Strength.
Because I have some magical armor, which won't
19.
protect me from that. Yeah.
So he walks up and he grabs you by the scruff of your neck. He's not gonna hold you for long. Yeah, because you have this air of confidence, right? You're like,
yeah, I had it for a
made your armor,
second.
and then it's just like, holy
Oh,
fuck. Yeah. He grabs you by them, and he's just like, this is Scab's property only. Fuck
Adam,
off.
are you able to mend
He
objects?
lets you go.
Well, now
You two
that
don't
you
look
ask,
like you've seen a forge.
I
You know
actually
you
can't.
You can't just wiggle your fingers and fix a fucking blade.
If
can
you tell you what,
adore
the fellow.
It's Milton, you idiot.
Apologies, Milton. Milton, I will pay to replace all of these blades if my friend Adam here screws one of them up. But I believe Adam here has the capability to fix it.
You got blades, do you? You got money for these?
I will pay you if he screws up.
Well, what's the damage? Let me see it before we make any promises here.
Well, I don't know how to appraise these. I don't know how much all these are worth.
Well, Dorgrim.
What?
I don't think he knows either. Janjak knows.
These? Are you talking about blades? How much?
Yeah. Maybe altogether 6 silver.
Yeah, if you want my guess, 6 silver at most. Even I wouldn't fucking pay that.
Well,
Tell you
it's
what.
up to Ranf to say, not you.
Well, all I'm saying is we could both get what we want if the swords are fixed, and then we can have Dorgrim look over our wares. Everyone leaves happy.
What all do you seek to be fixed about them? What is it you seek to be mended?
For fuck's sake, look. And I walk
Metaphorically
over and I pick up the sword. Well, not
And
sword,
it's
like,
rusted through and through.
Oh,
and I'm like, this is what I have to fucking work with.
how do you intend to fix those?
Oh, he's a dwarf, ain't he can fix anything.
But you're not a magician. You can't turn rust to not rust. Can you?
Should I tell them that?
What's
We
up?
don't know anything, Elf. I don't expect you and your girlfriend to know anything. And he just says, he's gesturing at you and the other elf. Leon, you're just kind of standing there, sort of like not knowing what to say.
Yep.
Yeah, just kind of standing there, maybe amused. I don't know what your take on the
Right.
situation is.
Listen here, gents. Well, I love to stick around and chat all day. I do love work. So,
Right, this one
what's
is
your
work.
job?
Okay, yes, Adam.
I was just going to say, if it expedites the process of us getting this cauldron fixed, I could aid him.
So you want the cauldron fixed? That one.
Very much so.
That would also take you half of a day to do. It's completely broken in half.
We have a cauldron that we would like fixed, as well as have you look over a few items of value to appraise their worth. Adam here has the capability to fix these blades in a matter of moments.
Well,
Could he not?
maybe. Yeah, I go over to the blade, and I'm just like, I won't touch them. I will not touch them, my friend.
You better not fucking touch them. I'll break your fingers.
Do not do... Okay, deal. Okay,
You.
yes. So, okay.
Get back to work, you fucking shorty. As he says to you, just like he's looking at you, Dorgrim. They're not gonna fix themselves, huh?
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna fix them either.
Well, they might fix themselves. Let's see. I actually get about 5 feet away from a set of them. So I'm just like, I'm over here. I won't touch them.
Yeah.
And I'm going to cast Prestidigitation, and I would like to clean one of the blades as thoroughly as my magic will allow.
Okay, so you cast Prestidigitation,
Yes.
and you magically heat up this blade to clean it. And the thing is, you were melting bits of the rust straight off. You're cleaning a layer off, and it shines it perfectly.
Oh my
it's
God.
still a bent, awful blade.
Yeah.
Because it's a dagger, but you have cleaned the rust and other tarnish off of it entirely. It is brand new. It looks brand new.
Yeah.
Because it's buffed, but it is not straightened. It needs to be hammered in.
Yeah. My good sir, is that satisfactory?
Well, fucking hell, would you look at that? Boy's got polish for piss. Nice.
That's...
Right, so you can polish the blade, whatever. Do it then.
If
Yeah,
I was
I'm
to do
already
this, my friend dwarf, yeah, I point at the dwarf, would that allow you to expedite this process? It's tedium.
How many of the blades are rusty though, and how many of them are just
All of them.
Probably fucked as hell, most
All
of
of them. All of them are rusty. They look like they've been sitting in a barrel of water.
Shit. Probably have been.
Well, yeah, no, I am working on a blade right now. Well, you have piqued my interest, gents. I'll give you that. So you want this cauldron fixed into? You want me to look at some shit, and you want what else?
Wait a minute. This one. Here. I think Ranf might want to talk to you.
Who's he talking about?
He's looking at Adam.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
I think Ranf might want to talk to you.
Why do you say
My
that?
boss. He likes people like you, useful ones.
Funnily
You.
enough.
Slap him in fucking irons as well, eh?
Yeah, and just watch your tongue, dwarf. And he looks and he snaps. And there's a guy that's sitting next door that is a bread seller once again, but it's just like awfully oven cooked bread, and he just fetch ramp for you. Who needs to see this? Get him now. I'll break your fucking neck.
Adam,
And the guy just kind of like gets up. He's this old guy. He was smoking tobacco, and he's just like, meh. And, he gets up and he's just like, he takes a couple puffs out of his pipe and then starts to walk.
as he's turning and talking to him, I walk over to Adam. If you would like me to hold on to your book so that it doesn't get taken, I would be more than happy to do so.
I would love that. Yes, please. Yeah. So you come up to me, and I look down. I'm kind of thankful the chain hasn't been installed yet, and I just I've had it attached to my side, and I'm just like,
Yeah, exactly.
please, German, don't lose this.
I'll do everything I can.
It is the closest thing I have to a child that I think I'll ever have to a child, even if I give birth.
Yes, just, and
Yeah.
I put it in my robes.
Yeah, I slip it away, and I'm so thankful I already memorized my spells for the day. And I look at Milton very confident. Now that I can kind of go all out. Oh, and if you must know, sir, I have already spoken with your leader, Janjap. We had a very nice conversation, you should know.
You spoke to Janjab?
In the Noble.
When?
Just a couple of days past.
Yeah, fucking right. Why would he talk to you?
I think you might remember one of your contemporaries having a hole in his head the next time you saw him. I was there for that. Well, I was the cause, in fact. He was bad-mouthing a fellow elf.
Oh no, you're the shit. I didn't know. I didn't know it all.
You'd
I'm
best
sorry.
be very careful, sir, whatever your name is, whom
Milton,
you call upon.
sir.
Yes, Millie. This Ranth, I assume, will be having a very colourful conversation once he arrives.
Yeah, no, we will. I didn't know that you were the one that Jan. I just assumed it'd be
Millie,
different.
Millie. I take a couple steps now, very confident toward just like striding toward him, and I just kind of pat him on the shoulder, similar to Jormund, but you notice Jormund, it's a very uncomfortable, very like unused to action of mine. I'm just patting
John's
him.
just very happy.
You see, I am much more understanding than your lord and master. I realize that people make mistakes, and you couldn't have possibly known that I was a friend, a brother.
That's right. I didn't know. I wasn't there.
Brother, as he called me, Janjap.
Oh shit. Yeah, he's just like as you're saying this, he's just shitting his pants more and more.
At any rate, you couldn't have known. I'm going to be helping our friend here until your Master Ranth arrives, and at which point we'll have our own conversation. Yeah.
Right. I'm sorry. I didn't know that Janjab liked you at all.
No.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Right. Well, when Ranth gets here, you know what to do.
That he will. Probably.
Yeah, no, he will. He's smart. He knows what to do.
Indeed.
I'm sorry. You best get on helping him with cauldron then, Dorgrim.
As we are. Yes. Yes, Dorgrim, I shall see to the polishing of these blades. You could very well do to... Actually, no, now that I think about it, you know what, Millie, I know you only have the best intentions in mind. Dorgrim, continue with your job. It would probably be in everyone's best interest if you didn't. I get closer to Dorgrim if you didn't piss off Jan.
Yeah, I kind of like look at you like this, sort of like.
Yeah, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, I look down at Dorgrim and I just like start shaking my head.
Yeah, I'm like, and I'll just continue working.
Yeah.
But I want to, if I can, I want to feel for what these people like actually want, because they seem to be trying to weasel their way, so they just want me to do work for them, right?
Yeah, the thing is, they seem to have a chip on their shoulder in terms of the scabs, and also they do want the cauldron built, as far as you can tell. But the thing is that they carry themselves with an air of authority that you haven't seen for most people in the row, because everybody seems to just kind of swallow what the scabs give them, if they're somebody, if they're nobody. And the thing is, these guys seem to be nobody, but they carry themselves like they're somebody, and that's sort of intriguing to you, if that makes like any sense. Like they seem like they have aspirations, and that you don't see that a lot in the row.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, I should mention I'm wearing the nicer merchant clothes.
Okay. So that's the thing. Leon and Jormund are also dressed nicely. Are you wearing the merchant mending clothes? Okay, they're all dressed very nicely.
Yeah, I'm wearing the cloak. So, like, I probably look like a legit wizard at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not from round here, then, are you, lads?
Oh, well, I've been here for quite some time, actually.
I haven't.
Interesting.
I'm
No,
quite
you,
new to this city as well.
Yeah, hello there.
I'm Adam. Good to meet you.
I'm Dorgrim.
I'm from here, nearby. Says Duff.
Duff?
This here is Duff.
Dwarf. And it spits out at you.
Is that a common custom greeting the two of you have between each other?
Yeah, I kind of like ignore Jormund, and I lean over, and I'm like, if you don't shut the fuck up, I'll drag you over this table, throw you in the fire, and use your fucking bones to mend these swords, eh?
That sounds painful.
Roll me an intimidation with advantage.
Holy shit.
Oh,
pretty
I hope I
fucking
do well.
good.
Please, let me do.
Do it.
15. Yeah, so he just... never mind. And yeah, he goes and he hides behind Adam's leg.
Well, hopefully that won't get in the way of business arrangements. So, I'll wait for you to get your job done, and then we'll talk about business.
Probably the only one who hears this is Jormund, but, like, for once, I'm not the one cowering behind someone.
What an absolute lad.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm guessing at this point we're just waiting for.
I mean, you could be waiting for Rand, but you can
We're
talk to
working.
Jormund as well.
But
Yeah.
also.
So,
Yeah.
oh, sorry, Dorgrim, were you going to say something?
Aye, if you don't mind my say so, looks like a fucking light wind will knock you off your feet, but you lads have got some grit to you. You're not Lumen Roll types, are you?
Oh, I'm very much the Lumen Road type. If we keep interacting, I'm sure you'll see it.
Sure. And what about this one, eh? I like look at Leo. He's got that fish out of water look on his face.
I mean, I've been around the block.
He says with a smile, but he's totally lying. It's just like he's not from here.
I've taken these two under my wing. You have it right. They're not accustomed to the row, and well, I'm been making sure that they have a safe place to stay.
Ah, place you got, have you? And I sort of like, as I'm working, I sort of like lean in slightly closer.
Indeed. Although we're looking to upgrade.
Upgrade. That's isn't the inn somewhere near here, Brennan?
The noble. It's not too far away. Yeah.
The ramshackle old 300 gold one, isn't it?
Oh yeah, that one is very close. It's honestly on the end of the street.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what you might be looking for. You see that building down yonder?
Yes, the one that's torn down in a few places.
Right. Well, it's a renovation job. If you're looking for a...
It's also
HQ.
apparently cursed.
Oh,
No.
you believe the locals, it's hoodooed and all that. But
Magic.
I don't buy it.
A cursed place?
Aye.
Favorite!
What kind of curse, if you know? What do the locals say? I'm curious.
Yeah, what sort of thing is it? Just
16 people were murdered inside of it, and each of them haunt it.
well, apparently its halls are filled with the dead. If you believe that shite, honestly.
Well, if it's
Hey.
false, then that's a lovely rumor, reputation, and whatnot. But if it's wrong, or if it's correct, well, that's a fun place to stay. Adam, what do you think?
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh my.
All the moaning and groaning is a whole
could
next
cage
door.
them.
You ask me?
That Pixie. We could douse cages with it. Oh my God, the possibilities!
Adam's
Yeah,
a
that's
little
the
bit
thing,
excited.
Dorgrim. You've been here, like 12 years. You haven't seen any of that.
Yeah.
And I'm getting excited
Well,
over this bullshit.
Hogwash.
Yeah.
Well, regardless, yes. I assume is that the place, Leo? Is that the place you told us about?
Absolutely, yes it is.
Oh well, then yes, we're looking to if we can manage to scrape up the funds, we're looking to invest in such a place.
Yeah. Good investment. You're looking to expand.
Indeed.
What trade are you guys in for?
In a brothel.
Dorman just sits back and thinks for a second because he's never been asked that question.
But Leo comes forward and just brothel.
Adonai Practicing Arcanist. Yeah, like I stutter before I say practicing Arcanist.
So we're thinking of like a magic brothel.
That sounds awesome!
Wait, I have it. We'll take the brothel. We'll keep the brothel. We'll take the magic. We'll keep the magic. Magic's good. Magic sells. But what if our investment, what do we get it renovated? We get it working. We have, what is it, a 2-story inn or something like that? Where people stay up top? Yes.
Yeah, it's 2-story. It's 2-story.
We'll start with 2 stories. Once we have enough money, we'll pay for a 3rd story to be built. I'm thinking something grand, something magnificent, something the Leroux hasn't seen
hell.
before.
Well, whatever you guys are selling, you're obviously fucking dabbing in your own shit.
Could be a performance paradise.
I don't understand what you mean, Sir Dwarf. However, yes, our own place. The brothel will make lots of money. We'll have to hire a mistress, of course.
A mistress?
Or a manstress.
Oh God! Adam says like he's got his hand up like.
I just kind of look at
man,
Leo up. I look at Leo up and down.
Yeah.
And Leo, how attractive are you?
I'm like a 7 out of 10.
Look up
So
and
he's average in elf standards.
down. So, Leo, I do not mean to offend. However, the idea of a mistress is to have another, even more voluptuous and alluring lady as sort of purveying over the place. I am sure you could definitely be protection and help these girls, but not a mistress type, I'd say.
Did you say manstress a minute ago? I'm looking at you, Adam.
I did. I'm not completely entirely sure of the nomenclature. Is that wrong? Is that incorrect? Is it?
It's not a thing, Adam.
Is it
Well, if that's what
We're
you're
not
looking for,
hiring a mistress.
Dominator?
that's what you're looking for, you should try Velok.
Oh,
Plenty
dear.
of lads up there will fill your boots.
Oh no.
Yeah, as you know, what he'd be saying, Velork is the dwarven town, and most dwarves are gay.
I must seek it out. Yes.
Adam, I'll explain when you're older. So, as far as looking at items, how long do you think you'll need for these blades?
These ones I'm working on,
Hmm.
the end of the day, a little bit more. Your stuff, that cauldron, easy-ish, half a day, and whatever you want me to look at might vary.
Sure. Well, in that case, unless either of you have more pressing things, I suppose we'll wait for this fellow from the scabs and have our conversation, and then we'll come back tomorrow if that seems amenable.
Sounds good to me.
I'm not fucking going anywhere.
I wonder about that. And then I just nod and I wait.
Nice, beautiful. And as you guys say that, you guys see that the gate house of the governor's place opens up, and Ranth and his group of men, not as many as there were before, but a couple of them come storming out, and Ranth looks fucking pissed that he had to, stop his partying. And he comes stomping towards you. And with that, we are going to take our final break, and then we are going to come back in because that's been a decent amount of roleplay.
Yeah.
So, let's switch screens. This is going to be a very short break, though. This is going to be about 2 minutes. So grab water and shit. Anybody that needs to do that, I'm one of them.
Big dwarf.
Yeah, but you guys